So I was having this conversation yesterday, and well, not really this conversation. Actually overheard this couple, and then we started this conversation where the guy was having an argument with his woman. I guess they were breaking up or whatever the case may be at work, and he said to her, "You don't bring anything to the table." And I often hear men ask, what do you bring to the table? And women get upset, especially my sisters. They be like, what you mean what I bring to the table? I am the table, you know. And in the midst, we were like sitting in this break room area. And when he said that, she said, oh, I brought things to the table. And he said to her, what did you bring? And she sat there for a minute and she thought about it. And then she said, I know my worth. And he said, well, what is your worth? So he kept asking her because it almost like he was searching for her to be honest with herself, to be able to say what it is that she actually believed. And then she kind of looked up and we kind of made eye contact. And I was like, you don't know your worth. It's just something good for us to say. A lot of us have more self-hatred than we do have self-love. And I'm speaking to the women. The men, I've been with men who have a lot of self-hatred as well, but I'm a woman, so I'm only talking about us. And I said to myself, she does not know her worth. She doesn't understand what her worth is. You know what I mean? And so the first thing you would understand is being in the midst of people and someone's disrespecting you like that, you walk away. So that's all automatically lets you know she doesn't know her worth. The second thing, I know you guys don't like to hear this, but a lot of us say, oh, I know my worth, I know my value, oh, I bring things to the table, but you don't even take care of yourself. So I'm looking at her the way she was carrying herself. Her hair was disheveled, her clothing. She just looked like she just existing. And that's why the man said what he said to her. And a lot of men can say that about you. Not just the way you carry yourself, whether you take care, you believe like, hey, I don't have to do my hair. I don't have to take care of myself. I don't have to, put on my clothes. I don't have to look the part. I know how I look when I get dressed up. When I really get ready to look good, I'm going to look good. So a lot of us say that, but then we go around day by day looking a hot mess. Even our homes are filthy. You know what I mean? And we don't take care of our environment. Then we leave out of our homes and then we come into the world and we expect the world to accept you for just who you are, right? Because the church say, come as you are. There's nowhere in the Bible where Jesus is telling it. No, I don't see what y'all pointed out if it is. Where he say, come as you are. I think what he's talking about is come with your sins and repent and those different things, right? But some of us just don't get it. And my heart went out to her. I'm not talking about her just to say like, oh, I'm better than her or whatever. I understood her because I, for a long time, did not know my worth. Your worth, whether you realize it or not, and you may not want to hear this, is contingent upon the person that you are attached to. Your worth. It says what you think about yourself. All right. Some of us, a lot of us, if we are married, it's contingent upon about the person that you're with. I know you're like, yes. We are a reflection of whatever we are into, whoever we attach ourselves to. And that tells us. So if you're with a man or if you're with friends or if you're in a job that disrespects you, that allows you to disrespect yourself and they don't hold you accountable and they let you and you do what you do and your behavior is whatever your behavior is, that is your worth. Now, some of us say, well, I'm single and you know what I mean? I'm single, so I don't have a man. I'm not attached to anybody. I don't have friends. I'm a loner. And I feel like that myself, like I'm a loner, right? But what do you do in your spare time? What do you do when you are alone? What are you attaching yourself to? That tells me, that tells people, that tells society when you walk out in the streets what you think your worth is, about how you carry yourself, how you see yourself. The world sees you how you see yourself. So no, that woman did not know her worth. And then also she displayed that she did not love herself for whatever she went through. And a lot of times we display that because we go through so much trauma a lot of times in our lives, in our young lives, in our adolescent lives, whatever. And we carry that like we carry a baby, but we carry it for years and years and years. And so I wanted to bring this out because a lot of you don't get mad when someone asks you what you bring to the table. When someone asks you what you bring to the table, your response should be, what does the table need? Let me see if what I have, my qualities, my worth, my value, let me see the things that I have within can bring something to the table, if that's the table that you want to sit at. Okay? So that should be our response. When a person asks that, you got to step back and look at yourself and say, well, what does that person, once that person tells you what do they need, then you have to step back and say, do I have those qualities, or do I have that, do I feel worthy? Am I worth adding value to this person's life, that what they need I can provide? We lead a lot with, I'm educated, I have a college degree. No, I don't have a college degree. But we lead a lot with sex. We lead a lot with the money we make, the jobs we're on. We lead a lot with our college degrees. We lead a lot with our traumas, meaning like, oh, I was a single mom, I had to raise these kids. We lead a lot with all those different things. But we don't lead a lot of times when we come into whatever the relationships are. We don't come into it with our authentic self and saying, hey, these are my war scars. This is what I have to offer you. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I think this can work. And you do it because that's what you want, not because of what the person is challenging you to want. That it has to be for what you want, and you want it because you understand your worth, and you'll feel good and you'll flourish in this, whatever it is that you're going into. All right. And so I wanted to tell this quick real story about understanding, you know what I mean? Gosh, it has slipped my mind, y'all. You know that ain't nobody but y'all know age. Ain't the devil, it's the age. But I just wanted to really bring that out because I see that a lot in women, that we lead with so many things, you know what I'm saying, when we come to relationships. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. Many years ago, I had a good friend, Fallon. We worked in Concord, North Carolina. I moved there from from Oviedo, Florida. I had a salon there, lost the salon, lost both my parents died 4 months apart. Then we moved because my ex-husband had a great career, stepping stone, whatnot. So we get there. I was an owner of a salon. I had to humble myself, work in other salons, and then I ended up going to Walmart, Smart Style, in North Carolina, Concord, next to the racing track, right? And I had this friend, Fallon. We became best of friends, and she was like, I want my own salon. Now, mind you, I lost my salon maybe a year, 2 years ago. It was a year? It was 2 years by this time I had lost the salon. And I was so devastated. I never even wanted to do hair again or anything like that because it was real traumatic for me. So I went to Smart Style. Fallon was the manager. She stepped down as the manager, and I became the manager. And we was laying them down. I had to work. So even though I didn't feel like it, when I came to North Carolina, I was doing Sprint, and that wasn't for me. I was thinking about hairstyles, highlights and stuff. So I went back into it. So I went to Smart Style. I meet my friend. She says, I want to open up a salon. I said, oh, you want to open up a salon? Okay. So I knew what it was like to fail at opening up a salon. I opened my salon up on ego, what people told me I couldn't do, because I thought I had stuff to bring to the table. I did not. And so long story short, I said, get a salon right in this plaza. So all the people that we have here at Smart Style, they'll come right, literally, it's in the same plaza. So she opened up the salon in the plaza, and we did wonders in that salon. We took that salon from just haircuts and colors and relaxers, and we took it to weaves, hair replacement. We took it up a notch. And you know why? Because I understood what I brought to the table. I didn't hide the trauma. I didn't hide the mistakes that I made when I started my business and I lost my business. I stopped walking in the shame, and I understood my worth when it came to helping a friend to open her salon. And she did wonderful. I believe she's still doing great to this day, right? And so that's just a little that's just a little example of what I mean when I say you don't really know your worth. I knew my worth because I had went through hell. I knew my expertise. I knew what not to do. So I had value, and that relationship was perfect for me at that time. Right? And so that's what I'm saying to you. That relationship, cultivating, building, I love that. I love creating, because that's what hairstylists do. And in that, it created a beautiful friendship, beautiful relationship, so on and so forth. So I brought this message to you ladies to say, stop lying. Stop getting mad at people when they ask you what you bring to the table, because a lot of you don't have nothing to bring. You don't even take care of yourself. You don't even have it. Some of us don't even have tables. So when we can be real with ourselves and authentic with ourselves and stop faking the funk and stop being out here trying to act like, we boss chicks and, we barely making it. We're struggling at different areas of our life. When we can get to that point, we can be so much better. But right now, sisters, right now, we failing. So if you want to bring something to the table, start with yourself. Work from the inside out. And it will show on the outside, because we know you work on the inside, because we can see how you're taking care of yourself. Like they say, men are visuals. They say men are visual. But to be honest, a lot of us are visual. Men and women. Children are visual, right? So please, I pray that this message helps you. Y'all know what this channel is about. It's about beauty. It's about the inner beauty. It's about so many things. Like and share this video. Comment on it. Talk to me. What's your experience when it comes to that? How did you react when it came to somebody asking you what you bring to the table? Were you ashamed? Did you struggle? Did you get mad? What did you do? Or did you do something about it? All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye. I am Lee Hill, your hair coach. All right. Love you. Bye.